Welcome to Easy English Story and smart strategies to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Emotional and inspiring brand. Your home for powerful stories, life-changing books. Today, you're going to listen to one another success story in the world.
In a world full of dreamers, only a few dare to chase those dreams into reality, and even fewer push the boundaries of what's possible. This is the story of a man who believed in the impossible, a man who wanted to save the Earth and also explore Mars. This is the story of Elon Musk, inventor, entrepreneur, visionary, and the relentless force behind companies like Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Twitter. But behind the fame and fortune is a story of hardship, bullying, failure, rejection, an obsession, an unshakable drive to change the world, no matter the cost. 1. Humble beginnings in South Africa. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. From an early age, Elon was different. While other kids played sports, Elon buried himself in books. He taught himself computer programming by the age of 12 and sold his first video game, Blastar, for $500. But Elon's childhood was far from easy. He was relentlessly bullied in school and even hospitalized after being beaten badly. At home, life was emotionally turbulent. His parents divorced when he was young, and he had a complicated relationship with his father. Yet even as a child, Elon dreamed big, far beyond the skies. 2. A new life in America. At 17, Elon left South Africa to avoid military service and chase his dreams. He first studied in Canada and later transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, earning degrees in physics and economics. After college, he dropped out of a PhD program at Stanford after just 2 days, deciding instead to dive into the world of the internet boom. In 1995, along with his brother Kimball Musk, Elon started Zip2, a city guide software for newspapers. It was tough. They couldn't even afford an apartment, so they slept in their office and showered at the local YMCA. But hard work paid off. In 1999, they sold Zip2 for $307 million, and Elon walked away with $22 million. But that was just the beginning. 3. PayPal and the first taste of rejection. With his Zip2 earnings, Elon co-founded an online banking company called X.com. A year later, it merged with a rival company to form PayPal, but things didn't go smoothly. Elon clashed with the board and was fired as CEO while on a flight to Australia. Still, PayPal was a success. When eBay acquired it in 2002 for $1.5 billion, Elon received $180 million. He could have retired rich, bought yachts, and lived the easy life. But Elon wasn't driven by money. He was driven by impact. So he poured almost all his fortune into 3 risky ventures: SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. 4. Building rockets and near bankruptcy. In 2002, Elon founded SpaceX with the mission to make space travel affordable and eventually colonize Mars. Everyone laughed. A man with no experience in rockets wanted to challenge NASA and space giants? But Elon was obsessed. He hired the best minds, read rocket textbooks, and even taught himself rocket science. The first 3 launches of the Falcon, one rocket failed, costing him nearly everything. By 2008, Elon was almost bankrupt. Tesla was also struggling, and investors had lost faith. He said, "I had to borrow money to pay rent." But then came the breakthrough. In 2008, the 4th launch of Falcon. One succeeded, and NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract. Tesla also secured emergency funding at the last moment. In just a matter of weeks, Elon went from the edge of collapse to survival. 5. Tesla and changing the auto industry. While working on rockets, Elon was also building Tesla Motors with the goal of making electric cars mainstream. People laughed again. The auto industry hadn't changed in decades. How could a tech guy build cars? But with the launch of the Tesla Roadster, and later the Model S Tesla, began changing minds. Still, the company came close to failure many times. Production issues, cash shortages, and criticism followed him everywhere. But Elon didn't quit. He worked 100-plus hours a week, sometimes sleeping in the Tesla factory. By 2020, Tesla became the world's most valuable car company, and electric cars became the future, thanks largely to Elon's vision. 6. SpaceX, beyond Earth. SpaceX wasn't just about satellites or science experiments. Elon had one dream, Mars. In 2020, SpaceX's Falcon 9 became the first privately built rocket to send astronauts to the International Space Station. It was history. Then came Starship, Elon's bold plan to create reusable rockets that could carry people to Mars and back. It's not just science fiction anymore. It's a work in progress, and Elon is betting everything on it. 7. Neuralink, Starlink, and Twitter. As if rockets and cars weren't enough, Elon launched other bold ventures. Neuralink, to connect the human brain to computers and help cure neurological diseases. Starlink, a satellite internet project to provide global connectivity. The Boring Company, to solve urban traffic with underground tunnels. In 2022, Elon bought Twitter, now X, for $44 billion to promote free speech, sparking global debates. He's a man of vision and controversy. 8. Personal life and personality. Elon Musk is brilliant, eccentric, and often misunderstood. He's known for his blunt tweets, unpredictable decisions, and controversial opinions. He has been married 3 times and has 11 children. Despite his fame, he's introverted, socially awkward at times, and has openly spoken about having Asperger's syndrome. But he's never tried to be perfect. He's tried to be relentlessly authentic. Elon Musk's story is not just about business. It's about boldness, belief, and a refusal to accept the world as it is. He said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." From being a bullied kid in South Africa to launching rockets into space and reshaping industries, Elon Musk is living proof that the future belongs to those who build it.